I'd like to say just a few words about the cool scene in the jazz world of London of the 1960s. It was a very laid back, and you had to be very laid back and very cool, and nothing could disturb you. You lay and you called each other Dad. Hey Dad, what's happening, Dad? What's going on? What happened was I had won the piano award in the Melody Maker poll or something, and Tubby Hayes had been voted the best saxophone player. Lenny Bush was the best bass player, and actually Phil Seaman won the drum award, but he couldn't make the date. So we had a wonderful drummer called Bill Iden. We had been booked as the Melody Maker All-Stars, a quartet, the Melody Maker All-Stars, and we had two ridiculous dates. One was in the north part of Scotland, and the following afternoon at the BBC in London. So we had to play the date, finish at 12 o'clock, and get down to London to be in a studio by 5 that afternoon. And what the agent had done is he booked us or hired a bus, a battered old bus, but the seats had been taken out and bunks had been put in. The idea being that we play the date, finish the date, instead of going with no hotel, go straight onto the bus, lie down and sleep till we get to, the driver takes us to London, we get out, and that was how we're going to make the date. We got on the bus about 1 o'clock, I would think. And so we all actually changed into pajamas, and which we brought with us, and dressing gowns, and lay down, and we got our overcoats over us, and we were now going to go to sleep till we got to London. But about 2 hours later, Tubby Hayes wanted the bus to stop because he wanted to have a pee. So the bus stopped, and at this point, we had reached Chat Fell. We had a blazing gale, the snow was crashing down, it was a terrible, bitterly cold night. And we all stood around the front wheel of the bus because that was nearest the engine, and that was warm. And so we all stood by the bus and we had our pee. And then we got tumbled quickly back on the bus as quick as we can, slammed the door shut, said, "Okay, go." And the driver went off. And now that's that. And now we're driving. About 20 minutes later, the bass player shouted, "Hey, where's Bill Iden? He was in the bunk next to me and he's not there. Where is he?" "Well, I guess he's on the bus somewhere. Bill?" No reply. I said, "We've got to stop the bus and go back and look for him. We've left the guy out there in the middle of a blizzard." "Yeah, Dad, I know. Listen, let's look on the bus again. I'm sure he's probably asleep somewhere let's look on the bus." And now we all get up and we look around the bus. He's not on the bus. I said, "We've got to turn the bus round." I'm sorry, which was very uncool of me to say that, because it's not supposed to be in the cool scene. Anyway, finally the bus was turned around and we decided we were going to hunt down Bill Iden, who was standing in his pajamas and dressing gown and bare feet somewhere out on Chat Fell. But of course we didn't know where we originally had stopped to look for him. I mean, it was just a sheer guesswork. Anyway, we searched and we never found him. Tubby said, "Look, Dave, we've got a date at BBC. I think we better get going." I said, "Well, that's terrible." And so we went to London, the three of us, without Bill Iden. When I got to the broadcast, I found Lenny Bush tuning his bass. Tubby was just about putting the arm thing on top of his saxophone player, and all of a sudden comes Bill Iden with all his drums, and he now busily starts setting up the drum kit. And it was very cool, ladies and gentlemen. And so nobody asked him what happened, because that would have been uncool. And we're just, "Hi, man." And it was, "Hi, babe. What's happening? Hi, Dad." And that was the end of it. And that's a very strange story. And to this very day, I never knew, I never have found out how he got from the middle of a raging storm on a mountainside to be working with us on that date. And he never mentioned it, and we never mentioned it.